finished week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. It's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, and he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going.
The run inside. It's Pringle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 1st down here for the offense. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Canes will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Under fire. Hit as he throws. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, 1st down here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On target over the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense their head's spinning a little bit because
makes the grab. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Miami! Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive court,
snags it, and he's open.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. Here's Ncaa to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. You're in 7-plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So,
tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He locked up and held on. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Darian Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Ncaa. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking left. This time he's got his man. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points.
Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Good gain on the return. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Makes the grab. It's Mueller. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Off the play fake. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He couldn't find... The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Under fire. Hauls it in. Lowers those pads. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And That's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how.
Touchdown, Canes! They take the lead here. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the left. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Rushes on him. He's got his man across the middle. That'll be enough for the first down inside the 45 at the 44. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The option look. Pulls it on the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go.
Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see.
Only in the hops. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Maybe a crease. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
The give as they work on that clock. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them. They'll
run it in the red zone. It's Pringle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cade. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Nickel. Right down the middle. Finds a man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue